for the way I think about young adult ministry, but also to communicate to leadership. How many of you know if the leadership's not in, this thing is not blessed? So, young adult ministry lives in this weird space. It's next gen, but it's also adult ministry. It doesn't really fit nicely into existing categories. And because of that, leaders often struggle to clearly articulate, why does this thing exist? What is the unique value?
This is a special replay of the 2026 Young Adults Today Digital Conference. I'm Josiah Kennelly. In just a moment, you're going to hear from Jordan McClarnon at Crossroads Young Adults. What's happening there? Last night, they had over 800 young adults. It's bonkers. And Jordan shares the startup story of Crossroads Young Adults, how you can learn to be innovative and integrative at your church. Yes, you need to be on board with the vision of your church, and the leaders of your church need to be. Yes, the leadership of your church needs to be on board with the vision of young adults. While you're here, be sure you're subscribed. You'll never miss any great content that drops weekly. Also, we want you to be in the room March 13th and 14th. Hey, everybody, this is Josiah Kennelly, and I want to call all young adult ministry leaders. We are gathering this March 13th and 14th, 2026 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It won't be the same without you and your team there. So sign up today. There's going to be times of worship lifting up the name of Jesus. We will share meals and break bread together. We're going to pray together. We will grow and exchange ideas and best practices. One of my favorite parts each and every year is the round table discussion. You're going to hear from trusted voices in church leadership and young adult ministry through main sessions, through panels and Q&A times. It's not just an event though. This is a community, your home base for young adult ministry as a leader. Let's start the year off strong and together, and we will reach the next generation for Christ. Also, get in a coaching community. We have over 10 coaching communities that launch, but registration closes February 9th. So be sure you're signed up at youngadults.today/coaching-communities.
Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2026. Here at Young Adults Today, we realize that ministry can be lonely, and it doesn't have to be. So we want an opportunity to extend an invitation to join our coaching communities and the program that we have limited spaces for that launch in February. You'll meet along with us, a lot of young adult ministry pastors. There'll be monthly peer-to-peer mentoring. We're sharing ideas, building community. So check out more details below at youngadults.today/coaching-communities for more information.
All right, take it away, Jordan.
Josiah, Micah, thank you for setting this up. My name is Jordan. I am the Central Young Adults Director at Crossroads Church based out of Cincinnati. 9 months ago, my family moved from North Carolina to Cincinnati, Ohio. We're now landlocked in the Midwest. And we were here to start and lead Crossroads Young Adults. Crossroads had tried young adult ministry before. There were some good leaders. They had great intentions, but things just never got off the ground. We just couldn't crack the code to figure out what to do. In fall of 2025, I mean, this is fresh, a few months ago, November 2025, we hosted our very first official young adults gathering. Over 300 young adults showed up. And immediately after that night, the questions started. Okay, what are we doing here? What actually is this going to be? Where is it going? How does this fit into the greater whole of the church? And how do we scale this beyond one event or even one city? Crossroads is located not just in Cincinnati, but in Dayton and Columbus and Lexington. New cities on the way. I'm not really allowed to talk about that right now, but we started something from the ground up and it exploded quickly. And then it forces you to answer questions about vision and leadership and strategy and purpose way faster than you might think or anticipate. So I actually just want to share with you today a really simple framework if you're starting or have just launched that really blessed me and helped me for the way I think about young adult ministry, but also to communicate to leadership. How many of you know if the leadership's not in, this thing is not blessed? So young adult ministry lives in this weird space. It's next gen, but it's also adult ministry. It doesn't really fit nicely into existing categories. And because of that, leaders often struggle to clearly articulate, Why does this thing exist? What is the unique value that it brings to our church? And is this just like an extra thing that we're just going to, there's like some side quest that we are just going to be spitting resources at with not a lot of return? And so I want to give the simple framework is this: innovation plus integration. Innovation plus integration. I'm going to talk about both of these things. Number one is innovation. Where is your young adult ministry going to pioneer something that does not currently exist anywhere in your church? Where are you going to be innovative? Like, what is the unique value add that this ministry brings to your church? What's the differentiator that sets you apart as unique and as needed? If there's no clear innovation, leadership is just going to naturally ask. Many of you have already been asked this multiple times. It's starting to annoy you. Why can't young adults just go to weekend service? Like, why do we need some extra thing? Don't we already have groups? Why do we need to do young adult groups? Like, you're going to get those questions if you haven't got them already. And so innovation might look like a unique gathering rhythm, a different service flow, citywide events, pop-up environments or experiences, new ways of forming community. It could look a ton of different ways. An example for us is at Crossroads, we innovated a gathering by creating this thing we call Collective Night. It's a once a month citywide gathering just for 18 to 29-year-olds to find community and explore faith. So the differentiators are it's not weekly, it's not campus based, it's designed for young adults and their friends who wouldn't normally come to church. It meets in a different location than any of our campuses and has a unique service flow. So it's a different rhythm, a different audience, and a different win. Innovation answers the question, what problem are we solving right now that no one else in our church is solving? You got to think through innovation. How are you going to be set apart and different? Secondly, you got to think about integration. So you should also be thinking about how you are going to strategically integrate young adults into the life of your church. It can't all be innovation. Like, it can't be 100% innovation because then you're just doing a whole brand new thing. So integration asks, how are we intentionally connecting young adults into the life of the larger church? So every young adult leader has also heard this concern. Are we creating a church within a church? Are we going to pull young adults out of everything else and just force them into this thing? That's a legitimate concern. So the goal, I believe, of healthy young adult ministry is not to try to just do a better, more young adult friendly version of everything that your church already does. No, integration means I'm choosing what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do as a ministry because my church already does this thing really well. And I'm just going to help them connect to that thing. So an example for Crossroads, we're nationally known for camps. We have base camp property. It's awesome. We're known for things like man camp and woman camp. And people were asking me if we were going to start a young adults camp. And right now, and probably for the definitely the foreseeable future, the answer is no. Instead of competing or doing our own thing, that's an area that we're choosing to integrate in. I don't want young adults to be pulled out of those spaces. I want them fully engaged in those spaces. And I know that our leadership does as well. Like, man camp is a really good experience for a 25-year-old. I don't need to create a separate thing for them. Integration builds trust with your church. It aligns the leadership. And it helps young adults see that they're a part of the whole church and not some side lane. So I just believe, like, if you want clarity, momentum in young adult ministry, you got to map out both of those things. Where are we going to innovate and do a new thing? Where are we going to pioneer, take new ground? And then where are we going to integrate? Where are we just going to help connect young adults into the lifeblood of our church so that they can see themselves as part of the greater whole? When both of those things are clear, your leaders feel confident, the tension goes down as the trust goes up, and young adults are just going to thrive. So healthy young adult ministry isn't all innovation. It's not all integration. It's you as the leader finding the right balance of both for your unique context. So I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't have it all mapped out. It's not perfect, but I hope this blesses you the way that it's blessed me and gives you a simple framework to build and operate out of. So love you guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan. Next, we have Danny Rangel, who's down in Texas. Thank you. I love it. It's so inspirational. And Danny just has an amazing ministry that's going so well and how he's built it. So he's going to lean into the conversation simply of sharing the stage and building a teaching team. So, Danny Rangel, you are up, my friend.
What's up, everybody? Hear me? Y'all got me? Nice. Excited to dive into this conversation of creating a ministry culture of sharing the stage and steps to building up a teaching team. I don't know about you guys, but this is a question that I have wrestled with. I've been in ministry for 15, 16 years now. But the question I wrestle with is, can this ministry survive without me? Am I building this ministry on my personality, on my platform, on my voice? Can this ministry survive without me? Am I able to take a week off without canceling a Tuesday night service? And I really think this, if our absence stops ministry, then